This is Grant Kukoff from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you, and we're here filming for Planet Forward and the Nightly Business Report, asking Rorschach. Now we're asking Rorschach here about green technology and how can, what type of technologies are you doing to be more environmentally safe around your kingdom?
Oh well, last month my wife and I just installed solar panels on our living room. For a start, we were trying to set up the kitchen to be like more green and save more energy, electrical energy.
Okay. Now, what type of alternative energy sources are you using for your band of superheroes?
Right now? Oh, today? Oh well, I'm recycling the stockings, one of the stockings, and I'm trying to recycle like. Well, here this kind of ink actually is organic. I just got it from a trade show in Anaheim. It's organic ink. It's recycled pen. So it's nothing here is toxic. It's totally organic and reusable.
Now your buildings, what type of green building materials are you using at your king or your underground fortress or building?
We're actually using recycled tires because we have the idea to build up woods with that. Recycled truck tires and even automobiles tires, all kind of things.
And what kind of things can we do to make our transportation system better?
Well, I'd love LA to be more like New York. We could have more subways here. I know that's going to be hard to change because everything here is spread out, but I think people should invest more in motorcycle and respect a little bit more traffic. I would totally go for a motorcycle instead of a car here. I think it would be way better.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to the folks at Planet Forward in the Nightly Business Report?
Say it again, Business Report?
Is there anything you'd like to say? Anything you want to say to the people watching?
Enjoy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
So this is Grant Kukoff from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. This is Grant Kukoff from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now we're interviewing folks for Planet Forward and the Nightly Business Report, asking them about green technology. Now what type of technologies are you doing in your superhero kingdom to be more energy efficient?
A lot of recycling of plastics, aluminum, glass, everything recyclable.
What type of alternative energies?
No representation without prohibition.
What type of alternative energy sources are you using?
Alternative, I take the bus, I carpool. You can walk or ride the bike instead of using your car, wasting a lot of gas.
And your buildings and homes, what type of green building materials are you using around your home?
There's a lot of plants that we put out in the front yard to help with oxygen and eco-friendly kind of, cleansing. And we use the solar panels, as my husband suggested.
Now, your transportation, how can we make our transportation system better on this planet and other planets?
Like I said before, I take the bus, I ride the bike, you can walk. A lot of people in the households, they have like 5 cars. They use all 5 cars. Instead of using all 5 cars, you could work together and use one car and carpool, or you take the bus or ride the bike.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to our viewers?
Have a safe and happy Halloween.
So this is Grant Kukoff from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. This is Grant Kukoff from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. I'm not doing the third one. This is Grant Kukoff from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now we're filming for Planet Forward and the Nightly Business Report. Now I'm here with some various lovely ladies throughout the galaxy, asking them how can their businesses go more green? What type of things are your businesses in your countries and your planets doing to be more environmentally safe?
Well, I think when you have to, when you're a queen in the kingdom, it should be, you should be the queen and everybody looks at you, so you have to, you must be a... I don't know the English words because I'm from Germany, so my kingdom is in Germany, and so I don't know how to say it in English. But you're
Was heißt denn ein Beispiel?
And you have to be an example for the people, and yeah, if you have to, if you're, my business is very important for me, of course, and yeah, the yards are green, so I think it's green business now. Yeah.
What type of alternative energy sources are you using on your planet?
Well, we are using the water from the the famous Brother Grimm story with a frog. You know, where the ball is falling down in this thing, and yeah, we're using this water energy, and yeah, and of course, when all the fairies are flying around, then they have, yeah, then the energy they produce, we are using this energy for my kingdom.
What type of green building materials are you using to make your businesses more environmentally safe?
Excuse me, could you repeat the
buildings? You put solar panels, alternative windows, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, we're using special animals for our environmental business. The frogs, of course, they're very cheap animals to produce the energy for our kingdom, and yeah, they're living in these things I told you, and so it's very very natural, all our energy, yeah.
Now, how can people get more environmentally, how can you create more green jobs in your country?
Well, we have fairies, and fairies fulfill wishes, so everybody is happy in our kingdom, and yeah, the people are happy and with their jobs, and yeah, that's my business.
So is there any last minute things you'd like to say to our viewers?
Well, thank you for the interview, and I would love if you visit my kingdom and our kingdom. Thank you.
So in closing, this is Grant Kukath from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, this is Grant Kukath from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, we're here for Planet Forward and the Nightly Business Report, asking folks throughout the galaxy what we can do to improve our economies and make it more green. Now, sir, in Legoland, what are you doing in Legoland to encourage better? How can we generate? How can we generate or use energy better? Now, in Legoland, how can we generate or use energy more efficiently?
Arg, in Legoland, we could use ocean power to make electricity, conserve more energy, go solar power, buy a hybrid car. Even though the Prius is ugly, buy a hybrid car.
Okay, now what type of alternative energy sources do you have in Legoland?
Oh, plenty. A lot of things over there are ran by battery, and rechargeable batteries are great sources of saving clean energy, saving metals, and not polluting the earth.
Now, in Legoland, what type of green buildings are you using? What type of green building materials are you using in Legoland?
Millions and millions of pieces are used to build our buildings, but at the very top we use solar energy to provide power to all of them.
Now, what can we do to better improve or better engineer transport? Now, how can we make our transportation system better in Legoland and around the galaxy?
I like San Francisco's example of mass transportation. Most of their transportation, or public transportation rather, is actually ran by electricity. If LA could take example of that, I think it'd be better.
Okay. So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to our viewers?
Trick or treat, I'm coming for you.
Okay, so in closing, this is Grant Kukath from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, this is Grant Kukath from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now we're here for Planet Forward and Nightly Business Report, asking folks throughout the galaxy about clean technology. Now, what can we do to generate or use energy more efficiently, sir?
More efficiently, we could just we could automate people's homes so that lights go off automatically when they leave a room, things like that. As far as using it, as far as drawing the energy more efficiently, I would say solar and wind, and store the energy once it has been harvested more effectively.
It's all solar. I mean, you could have solar-powered cars. I mean, you have solar-powered, things at home. You have like calculators that are solar-powered. So why not have a car that, like your calculator, with more power, and you can just solar-power your cars. But if you do that, you have to give me money.
So, what type of alternative energy sources can we use?
Well, I just said solar. we're pretty much big proponents of solar. I mean, we're dead already, so it doesn't really matter. But it's too late for us. But the few people that are still left alive, I think solar is good because it doesn't, you know, there's no carbon emissions, and it's not going to completely destroy the world through war and
it's not going to explode. It's not going to explode.
Well, the sun is exploding actually right now.
Yeah, but I'm not, you know, solar power. You know, it's not going to be, you know.
So next, green buildings. How can we make the buildings and the building materials we use better for the environment?
How can we make them better for the environment? We could be a lot more efficient with insulation. That's a big one.
Or, you know, recycling. You know, using materials that are recycled or are capable of being recycled, I think would be good too.
Better. Okay. Now, what can we do to make our transportation system better in this life and the afterlife?
In the afterlife, my transportation is the Silver Surfer surfboard. And that guy's brain. But in this life, transportation, I think trains are good. Like big, like electric trains that haul ass go really fucking fast. That's what I think. Powered by solar and whatever you can get off the grid.
Yeah, I agree.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to our viewers?
Don't vote for teabaggers. They're going to destroy the universe.
Happy Halloween.
So in closing, this is Grand Kukat on the Predatory Lending Network talking to you.